Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. This is going to be a Distillery reading for the month of December 2020. What is going on, everyone? How are you all doing? I hope that you are doing well. All right, friends, welcome to the December Distillery. Happy holidays to you, whatever you were celebrating all month long or one particular day in December. I hope you had an amazing holiday spent with those who you know and love. Of course, hopefully you did so safely as we still have a bit of a pandemic to care about and be concerned about. So again, if you did celebrate anything, I hope it was great, but I also hope that you took all precautions necessary to keep yourself and other people healthy and happy and safe and secure. I'm wishing that for everybody in the collective, everybody I talk to, everybody I meet, because, what's the point in wishing people ill will, right? It's only going to come back to you, so we don't like that. Now, for those who are uninitiated to what this reading is, it is a distilled reading based off of information that I did, or readings that I did, in December 2020. So you have your overall monthly readings, and then you have the mid-monthly readings across all signs, and I have divvied up I've calculated or tabulated which cards most frequently appeared, and we're going to use those things here, and then we're going to use this deck here to clarify what we have. So let me give you a little bit of a better explanation. Right here in this top pile, you're going to see the cards that appeared most often across those 24 readings that I did for all the signs within December. And then here, you're going to see this not as frequently appearing, but they still came up at least 3 or 4 times. So we're going to use those to clarify those. And then we're going to use this to get a bigger picture. So it is across all zodiac signs. It's a very collective reading. I've been doing this about 3 or 4 months. I kind of like doing it, so you let me know if you like it. If you find anything interesting here, go ahead and comment or down below, or leave a like or something like that, okay? Anyway, guys, if you need anything from me, it's already in the description box, so the timestamp is down there. Information on how to purchase a personal reading with me is down there. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can find that information down in the description box too. I leave you a link directly to my profile if you care to follow me. I don't use it that often because I'm bad at it. But anyway, so as I said, these are the cards that appeared most often across all 24 signs. We're going to do a little onboard shuffling here to see which ones want to come out. All right, I don't remember what these are. I picked these, I did my tabulations, I do them after every reading, and then I pick the cards out of the deck, and then I sit on it for a couple of days because I don't want to be aware of what's under here. And so, I have no idea what's here. Totally have forgotten. So let's see. Let's see. Ooh, maybe one of them got turned upside down while I was doing it. I'm not sure. And if that happens, that's exactly what's supposed to happen, So I'm not really caring or trying to influence what's happening here with these cards. So I think we're almost done. Yeah, that feels good. They're like that. Pick these up. And let's see. I don't know that I'm going to do them all. So let's see. A little more. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think they want 4. They say put that over there, so that's where those will go. And so let's see what came out. For the overall message out of December, we've got the King of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, the Tower, and the 7 of Swords. So, name of the game out of December for the collective is very pivotal changes. Tower card, 7 of Swords. And I think maybe an unfortunate shock of it all. I feel there could have been people here, Knight of Pentacles, King of Cups, water energy and earth energy, that may have been against the Tower moment, resistant to it. And it's kind of futile, it's kind of purposeless, not purposeless, but it's just oh, that's going to be interesting. I really feel like someone here, amongst these 4 cards here, was really unaware, possibly the King of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And things have changed, Tower card, possibly through deceptive means or manipulative means, 7 of Swords. And in the middle, this Knight of Pentacles might be a younger person, like a teenager or a young adult, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, who may have had a hand in it or may be delivering the message. But I just feel like centrally, I'm really pulled to this Tower moment. It's explosive energy, secondary major for Aries as well as Scorpio sometimes. And it really feels like detrimental, like beyond repair, right? And I just get this sense that if it's not one person, there is like, about 2 or 3 people who really had no idea that something was going to change, that something was being erased from their life. I'm getting this feeling of erase, stolen in some cases with the 7 of Swords over on the end there. So out of December, several of you have had a Tower moment, or you know someone who is dealing with a Tower moment, and the reaction to it is stunned. Like, I feel these 2 characters, but particularly the King of Cups, stunned, in silence, doesn't know what to make of it, doesn't know how to handle it, isn't prepared. He's sitting on an ocean, he's sitting on top of a disturbed water, so there's a lot that this person might be feeling, male or female, water sign or not, but they're not necessarily expressing it because I think they're in shock. So whatever type of loss is occurring in the Tower moment, I don't want to minimize it, but as a general rule of thumb with tarot, the Tower moment is inevitable. The Tower moment happens because something in our life has to go. A situation, a relationship, a job, whatever it is, something has to be removed in order for us to continue on our spiritual journey, in order for us to keep going forward. And I feel there's a shock, or I said before, a resistance to that. There is possibly, as much as, oh my gosh. Like resistance as in like possibly disbelief. Like somebody might not be taking the hint in some situation. Oh, interesting. All right, so let's just clarify some of this with the secondary, or the second most appearing cards. Let's get some clarification on this. I specifically want to know what happened with the Tower moment. What's the Tower moment about? Or, like, I'm really drawn to give, like, 2 on the Tower. So give me 2 for the Tower, please. I want to see 2 on the Tower. What is the Tower? Why is the Tower here in the distilled message for December? Why is the Tower happening? Why did the Tower show up today for the distilled message for December in the collective's energy? Oh, perfect, 2. So, put that there for a second. Oh, man. Okay, so King of Wands and the 2 of Cups. So for some of you, this is a significant relationship, possibly with a King of Wands, or it involves a King of Wands. King of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be, but, these are just the signs of, and it's a general collective, so you don't hold on too heavily on the signs, okay? But the 2 of Cups, significant relationship, in some people's estimation, possibly a soulmate relationship. The caveat when I do these readings for general or even specific zodiac signs is that a soulmate does not have to be, number one, a positive relationship in your life. It can be full of difficulty or strife or what could be deemed as negativity. It all depends on your perspective. The purpose is, however, no matter the quality of your relationship, positive or negative, it's here to help you grow. That's number one. Number two, soulmate relationships do not always have to be romantic. You could be a soulmate with your neighbor. You could be a soulmate with your brother. You could be a soulmate with your cat. It really doesn't matter, okay? So please, challenge yourself a little bit when I use that word, me specifically. Other readers, they do what they want. And you please reinterpret. If it is a romantic relationship, I'm not saying that it can't be, but if it is, perfect. So yeah, significant relationship with a person that is either the relationship is up in upheaval, that relationship between the 2 people, whether it be you or someone else, viewer, whoever the 2 people are, either that's in some type of upheaval, that's in some type of rocky point, or the existence of this relationship is causing a Tower moment. It could be, because I'm getting the sense of like meeting with this 2 of Cups, meeting this person, possibly recently, or even visiting them during the holidays or what have you, speaking to this person has created a tower moment in other areas of your life or other areas within the story, something like that. It could also be, because I do get for a few of you, this could be adversarial energy. And again, soulmates do not have to be people that you necessarily get along with. To me, a soulmate is anybody that you have a soul contract with on this earth and you guys have business to take care of, right? So you could be in competition with someone. You could be the King of Cups or you could be the King of Wands or whoever. And these two kings could be going at it with each other. Not necessarily violently or with like nasty words or anything, but just like, again, competition. Some type of rivalry, perhaps. What's the Knight of Pentacles? I don't know why this person's here. Who is the Knight of Pentacles, or why is the Knight of Pentacles here? Why was the Knight of Pentacles a distilled message for December, please? Why the Knight of Pentacles? Queen of Wands. Okay, we're done with this, by the way. Did I say Queen of Pentacles? Queen of Wands. I think I said Queen of Wands, but for some reason I also got in my mind Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. So, this seems like also there's so many characters here. This is likely family or friends. It can centrally focus around one duo, one pair. But I feel if it's like a friendship, it's like also including a bigger group of friends. If this is a relationship, a romantic relationship, this is the family or extended family. Do you get what I mean? So even though there might be an anchor or a central focus on a pair of people, several other folks are involved in this storyline. Now, the Queen of Wands, maybe connected to this Knight of Pentacles, is like a mediator, someone who's caught in the middle. The Queen of Wands is striking me as strong and fierce, but a little bit compassionate. Not a lot, a little bit compassionate. I feel also, being that she came out here and she's facing the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands might be defending the King of Cups. This could be, again, like a mediator or like somebody in the middle, like a counselor, something like that. Oh, right, and delivering news or messages. So it could be like a lawyer. And that's not typical of the Queen of Wands to be labeled a lawyer, but somebody who delivers official messages, somebody who delivers, papers, basically. Who basically has the authority, because it's a queen, right? Has the authority to sort of... Oh, a judge. It could be a judge. A lawyer, judge, something like that, because I'm like, the authority. Do lawyers have much authority? They do, but it's really the judges that have, the final say or something like that. So this, again, business-wise, friendship, family, I'm not sure. This feels really, for some of you, combative and competitive. And it's two sides, one side versus the other. And it could be internal within a dynamic between two people. They could be fighting with each other, or their relationship as friends, as lovers, as companions, as business partners, what have you, is upsetting the apple cart for other people. With the Seven of Swords going back, for some of you that this is a business thing, this could have been like straight up theft. This could have been like totally squandering or taking resources and, taking like company money and like spending it at a casino, or taking, making private purchases with like company funds. It feels like that's really underhanded in the realm of business. Some of you are dealing with a person, or you are the person who made off with things that don't belong to you. Literally took things that did not belong to you. In other cases, this is about, again, lies, manipulation, falsehoods, like false stories, like just making up shit, or like bending the truth, something there. And it's all done to, keep the self in a good position. This is not an excuse, by the way. I'm not saying, oh, well, because you wanted to keep yourself in a good position, it's okay. No, it's not. It's not okay to lie. It's not okay to steal. But like, that's somebody's motivation, to keep themselves in good company or keep themselves afloat. They did these things very selfishly, acted extremely selfishly, spoke selfishly, and they're getting caught And that could also, factor into the tower moment. The fact that somebody is caught in a lie is sort of the catalyst for the tower to come crumbling down, because it's sort of like a Jenga tower. Whether this person is lying or stealing or whatever this is, it's like, again, it's like a Jenga tower. You pull the one stick out or the one little, block out, and the whole thing comes crashing down. So it could be long-standing, I'm feeling. For some of you, this could have been years of someone behaving this way. And now, around December 2020, maybe before, maybe a little bit after, once those lies or those bad behaviors are revealed, it just, all of this just stumbles out. And again, I feel here, there are people who are not aware. There are people who will be legitimately shocked about this, because they could have trusted someone, possibly with the Two of Cups. And again, I'm telling you, when I do soulmate work, and I don't do it intentionally, but when it comes up, it ain't always roses, okay? So that could be why it's so shocking, because someone could have believed in their heart of hearts that they had a soulmate connection with someone, twin flame, whatever you want to say, divine feminine, divine masculine, divine partnership, whatever. If you want to put those labels on it, you have to be aware that even with those labels, this could have been very much your storyline. I think there's an interesting belief that twin flame, divine partnership, what have you, is without fault. That's a lie. That's so wrong. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Like, I guess 2021 is going to be the year where Jay just is done talking. I'm trying to be nice to people, but at the same time, it's like, do not swindle yourself into thinking that any relationship based on a soul level, no matter what label you put on it, is meant to be cookie cutter. Most likely not. This earth itself is not cookie cutter. How could any relationship that existed in this earth be without some type of strife, be without some type of struggle, whether it be internal between the two people, there's a struggle between the two of you, or like I said, just the existence of a soulmate relationship can be upsetting to other people or other situations and other relationships that you have. So there is, listen, King of Cups or the Knight of Pentacles, not so much the Queen of Wands, but I mean, I guess technically she's clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. She could also be kind of, caught unawares, but I feel like somebody here is just like, I didn't expect it. This was my person. This is my person. Yeah, and your person has problems or has done something or said something really bad. It's possible. Doesn't take away from the fact that they or you are each other's soulmates. It doesn't take away from that fact. It's like, challenge your perception of that. That's what I feel is the message here for somebody who sees themselves or sees a person around them as a soulmate. Like I said, soulmates are here to challenge us, to help us grow. And it's not to say that it makes their behavior or their disposition okay. It doesn't. But anyway, let's go ahead and get some further information here. So what happens next? I'm curious. What happens next in this situation for our viewers? What happens next? Coming out of December, what happens next regarding this tower moment, regarding the situation involving the tower moment? What happens next? Please show me. For our viewers, what happens next, please? It flipped and it doesn't fall to the floor. That's great. What else happens? What happens next, please, regarding the situation? No, thank you. That one, thank you. Side? Maybe, side. One more, please. What happens next in this situation? What happens next? And another tower moment. Are you kidding? Okay, so what happens next? First card out was the King of Wands. He, again, repeating energies. Now, this is in the middle. It came in a side position. Let's see. Yes, they say yes. Oh, okay. Well, King of Wands, Three of Swords, side position, and the Tower. Again, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Tower, again, secondary major for, excuse me, Aries as well as Scorpio sometimes. With the Three of Swords in the side in the middle. I just get this feeling that, again, I don't think that the King of Cups becomes the King of Wands, but again, this like resistance thing is here with the Three of Swords in the middle. But it's a harsh reality. And that, okay, here we go. Remember, the Tower, it's come out twice, removes things, situations, people from our lives that no longer serve us, that no longer factor in a helpful, meaningful way towards our ascension, towards our spiritual journey. That's the end of it. That's it. How, when, why this happens, that's all specific to your life. But the underlining meaning is that it's no longer kosher, it's no longer cool, it's no longer sufficient. And for the betterment of you as the individual, them as an individual, the situation overall, for everybody involved, it has to change. It has to transmute in some type of way, transform in some type of way. These towers related to Mars energy. Mars is very much, it's like a foundation energy. It's like stepping out boldly, staking claim, putting a flag in the ground and saying from this day forth, and I claim this land and I claim this territory and all that kind of stuff. And Mars is very combative energy. It's very destructive. At the same time that you're creating something by staking a claim on it, you're also destroying something else or moving away from something else. It's a simultaneous thing. That's why Scorpio is also associated with it, because Scorpio is death and rebirth. Scorpio is about transformation, right? So there's this, and it's, I don't know, this is like deeply transformative for somebody, or at least one person, but more people, like I said, are affected because there's so many people here. But one particular person, King of Wands, not necessarily the same King of Wands here, but could be because it came out twice. But someone is still trying to make it work. King of Wands, trying to make things go the way they want. Sitting there with that contraption, this invention that he has made so that he can have a better time or easier time of getting things done around the house, trying to make it work. Trying to find solutions. But in the middle with this Three of Swords, in the side position, it's not fully accepting. It's not fully accepting. This is, all right, that sucked. When it's in the upright, that fucking blows. I'm upset. I'm hurt. I'm devastated, what have you. But there is sort of this, and that's the truth about it. Just, all right, that is the harsh truth. I don't like this truth, but there, I'm going to sit with it. Here, it's totally dismayed. It's totally, oh my God. It's like, this is like bitter, not bittersweet. How can I say it? When it's in the upright, it's like aware, and here it's like disbelief, but still aware. Disbelief, but still aware. Or, wow. And it's, okay, so maybe that's it. Maybe that's why it's in the side position. Okay, there we go. Is that right? Yes. Okay, thank you. So it's like back and forth. That's it. Back and forth. Three of Swords in the side position. Someone one day says, you know what? It's over. I understand. That relationship, this situation, this job, whatever it is. Whatever the Tower moment has come through and washed away, or is trying to wash away, one day somebody says, you know what, I understand, I see it. That's for the best, that's for the best for me, that's for the best for everybody involved. I'm cool with it, right? Then the next day, they're like, no, I don't believe that. The universe, God, or whoever, they don't know what they're talking about. This is just an unfortunate circumstance, and I can get it back, or again, make it work. I can make it work, or we can make it work, or whatever. So that's this yo-yoing back and forth stuff that really, I feel, honestly, the King of Wands, whoever's doing that, you or someone else viewer, it's a bit of an ego space. I gotta be honest. It's a little bit of an ego space. What do I mean? Ego space. It's protective. It's fear. It's a lot of things. Like, it's protective away from reality, right? It doesn't want to accept that something is out of your control. So how can I exude control? By continuing to try. Or at least trying to affect change the way I want things to change. You see what I mean? That's that control thing. It's protective because sometimes that's shocking to a person, right? It's disconcerting to know that you don't have control, right? To some people, sometimes. Like, what do you mean I can't do and say and affect change the way I want to? What do you mean it's someone else's decision? What do you mean it's her decision? What do you mean it's his decision, right? That's protective. It's like protecting the ego, right? It's also fear-based because people who need control, not want, but need control, operate out of fear. Because they don't trust other people. They don't trust things to not go, they don't trust the situation if they haven't, puppeteered it in some type of way. Could also argue that they don't trust themselves, but, I'm not going to get into it because I'm not a psychologist or anything like that. But so that's what I feel is like somebody here has ego work to do, shadow work to do is another way we could phrase that. And instead of facing it, I think they, again, like they're trying to create something, possibly tangibly. They might be behaving differently in order to get a certain response. So think of it this way. Let me finally give an example because I think I'm able to pull one out. Let's say here, somewhere in this dynamic of people, friends, family, whatever, there's somebody who's been down on their luck. There's somebody who possibly is viewed as lazy or ineffective or whatever. And let's say they haven't been working, right? So instead of, and I'm not saying that this is what this person should do. I don't know the details, but the advice of other people around this person is, just go get a job. Go put in an application here. Go fill out an application over there. Dust off your resume. Do what you need to do so that you can get a regular job. Instead of doing that, not to say again that it's right or wrong or anything. I don't know the details. This person is more like, okay, well, I'm going to start my own business. And it's like, well, you don't have that experience. You don't have that knowledge or whatever. And again, I'm not trying to say that this is right or wrong, but this is sort of like their reaction to being told to do something practical is to do something their own way. It's very practical. You go get a job, you get paid. You go get a job, every 2 weeks you get a paycheck. Like, that's really predictable. This person is more, I'm going to start a business. It's not even, I don't have like anything that points to this is going to be a success. It's like a crapshoot. This person is and again, it's like that control thing. If I'm going to fail or if I'm going to succeed, I want it to be in my own hands. I don't want to work for somebody else. And again, I don't know whether that's good or bad. It's just an example. But that's sort of where this person is coming from. I want to be in control of what happens to me. I want to be in control of how the situation plays out. And I think that will eventually lead to another tower moment. Or it's prolonging the same tower moment that came out of December. So again, this could be, for lack of a better word, a long goodbye. This could be a long ending to something that should have ended weeks or months or even years ago. But someone here is holding up the line, holding up the show because of their ego wounding or their shadow work that is going unattended, right? So that's what I think is going to happen next. This moment that I believe many of you felt coming or have experienced within December, maybe even earlier, earlier in the year in 2020, I feel is going to be extended into 2021. And it could be down to one singular person not getting it. And again, they're externalizing everything. Externalizing. Meaning, putting a lot of action into their outer world, getting a job, getting into new relationships, dating more people. Some people, that old cheesy really bad advice, but people take it all the time. The best way to get over someone is to get under somebody else. You know, instead of taking a moment to reflect inwardly, they keep externalizing things, so they keep busy. All right, I don't want to get a job. You know, there's a lot that we could suppose that this person would feel internally based off of what I said. They don't want to have a regular job, or they feel if they have another job that they're always going to be under somebody else's control or influence, and they just want to, be their own boss. So what does that mean? And there's something deeper. Like, I feel like whoever this person is, or whatever energy is in here, it's very layered. It's multi-layered. And I think someone is, instead of considering what those layers are, what they mean, what they pertain to, they keep, again, putting their energy and effort, everything they can think of, outside of themselves. You know, the issue isn't, that person wasn't good enough for me, or that job wasn't good enough for me. It's something about you, the individual. So let's just go ahead and get some advice, and then we're going to close this reading out. So what is the advice for the collective regarding the situation? What is the advice for the collective regarding the situation, please? What is the advice for the collective regarding the situation leaving December? What is the advice for the collective? And the High Priest is what I say. What I say. Get inside. Go deep. Nine of Pentacles, High Priestess. Absolutely. Go deep. Nine of Pentacles, card of singlehood. Not necessarily single dating, but single, independent-minded. Independently focused on the self. Going over what's important to you, what you value, what's your worth, both materially and spiritually to a certain degree. Well, not a certain degree, a considerable degree, since the High Priestess came out next to it. So I think finding that information out. Figuring out, what do I bring to the table as a business partner? What do I bring to the table as a member of this family? What do I bring to the table as a person who is in this circle of friends? What do I bring to the table romantically as a stable partner? Do I have stability? Somebody here does, or at least has that potential. Thank you. Has that potential. It could be untapped with the High Priestess next to it. I feel the High Priestess, secondary major arcana for Cancer, also sometimes associated with Pisces. Someone has this disconnect. Somebody possibly doesn't see themselves as the Nine of Pentacles. They're, again, evaluating. You need to figure it out. You need to figure out what your value is, what you bring to the table, how you can value yourself. This is late in the game. I'm getting, for a few of you, or at least one of you, late in the game, that this is how people see you. Because the Nine of Pentacles, again, in terms of tarot, is an independent card, or independent energy, excuse me. It's somebody who stands on their own 2 feet. It's someone who is materially rich. Whether they actually have a lot of money or resources is sort of down to the individual perception. But it's seen as a source. You're seen as having something to give, but other people see it, but you don't. Okay? Or, how can I say it? It's sort of like being that friend or that family member when it comes to like going out to dinner or like going on vacation. This is the person who pays the bill. Pays for the drinks, pays for the food, pays for the accommodations, what have you, right? And they do it out of kindness of their heart. However, other people don't view it that way. That's their motive. I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart. I have enough to give. It's no problem. Other people view it as, give, siphoning that off, taking it, possibly without gratitude. And that is what needs to be evaluated in some cases. Is, firming up some boundaries with people, knowing which family members and which friends of yours are looking at you as a cash cow, looking at you as a source of income, looking at you as a means or a way to have a good time and not have to pay a dime. And it doesn't have to be all money based. It's whatever we value with pentacles, right? So money, resources, yes. Could also be your time. This could be you being ready at a person's beck and call. And when you need them, crickets. You see what I mean? So this is what someone needs to evaluate. They need to evaluate where their boundaries are. The Nine of Pentacles usually is seen in many tarot depictions in a lush garden. And it's full and it's abundant and this person has more than they could ever need, right? But there also, when this energy is high vibe, the Nine of Pentacles, this person knows when they're being taken advantage of and they will not allow it. No matter how much they love the person, no matter how much they care about them, right? And I feel that exploring these things needs to come from a spiritual place with the High Priestess. Could come with the help of a guide, whether it be a human guide or a spiritual guide, someone, one of our higher guides, whatever you believe in or don't believe in, right? Or it's just doing that work yourself, getting in touch with your own intuition, getting in touch with your own instincts of how to properly care and nurture for yourself. Sometimes that involves telling people where to go. That sometimes involves telling people, you know what? I don't feel you're giving me your fair share. Therefore, I'm not going to give to you anymore. Or I'm not going to be as available as you wish I was. You know what I mean? So firming up boundaries, I think, is going to, for someone here, I don't know if it's the King of Wands, I don't know who it is. There's several people here, but somebody needs to put a stop to it, is the feeling. Put a stop to it, okay? This was a very convoluted reading in terms of there's a lot of different people here, a lot of different energies percolating around. But guys, if you enjoyed this reading, please drop a like down below. Let me know how this resonated for you. I like doing this series, so if you guys have any feedback in terms of if this is helpful to you to look back on previous readings that I've done for, not only your sign, but every other sign. If you find this helpful, let me know. I hope to continue it into January, into 2021, okay? So I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Take care. Bye.